Greetings, my audience. My name's Jake Allen Graham. I accidentally pressed the stop button in the last video I planned on making while doing a review of Spider-Man trilogy from Ms. Maguire. So, I give them all three a 10 out of 10. Now I'm going to talk about the plot, bullshit, everything. All the ideas thrown into the trilogy. To Spider-Man to 2007 Spider-Man 3. And, they all get a 10 out of 10. And, look, might as well talk about the first one. That's the one with Green Goblin, played by Willem Dafoe. But in the words of Weird Al Yankovic, he's wearing that dumb Power Rangers mackin', but he's scarier without it on. That explains his character arc of who he is as a person. And in the words of Weird Al Yankovic, Peter Parker was a pitiful loser who couldn't be any shyer. Mary Jane wouldn't notice him even if his hair was on fire. But then one day he went to the spider lab and that radioactive spider bit him, and now he's crawling and swinging all over everyone's neighborhood and taking the mantle of Spider-Man. Because even though it's but big question of all, how the fuck did he come up with those tights? As you'll keep on asking yourself in that movie, even though they say the line was great power, great responsibility, whatever that means, because they say it more than once in the movie, like 3 times, it's like repetitive. So, great power of Great Uncle Ben is Great Uncle Ben's catchphrase by Uncle Ben, who gets shot from a gunshot off camera. Then we see Maguire trying to emote with the personality of Kevin Conroy passion. My God, he looks like he's delivering a performance that's as bland as Kevin Conroy's emotional performance when he's in The Bodyguard. You know, like his bland performance in The Bodyguard, even though that was a really good movie. See, we don't need good talent to make a good movie. We just need story and spectacle now. And star power, money candy for the eyes. That's why we got Crimson Doug's boobs. In the rain, we see her, we're soaked in the rain for eye candy for us horny men. When she's kissing Spider-Man upside down in the rain, soaked in her dress. That's why for a few moments the movie cuts to her in slow motion smiling, feeling horny for Spider-Man now. And not knowing that Peter and Spider-Man are the same person. Well, with this brief moment, flirting with Peter a few times in the movie, the first time she's interacted with him, while fucking and sleeping and dating Harry Osborn, Peter's best shitty asshole friend that knows that he has a crush on MJ, but, you know, he doesn't care about Peter's friend feelings because he's a rich asshole. Harry Osborn is. But his father, Norman Osborn, is actually a swell guy that cares about Peter's feelings. Why can't Harry be more like his father? Too bad a decent, swell guy gets turned evil due to the Green Goblin interacting with his bloodstream by experimenting on himself and for his first human test subjects. Selfishly, he's now Kirk Connors. Now, one could argue he's more written as Kirk Connors the Lizard, and less like Norman Osborn that we've seen in any previous interpretation from comics and cartoon media. Because he's the Jekyll and Mr. Hyde story. That's Kirk Connors. Not your standard Green Goblin. I don't think it is. Because I'm pretty sure, wasn't Green Goblin Norman Osborn kind of a dick to his son in the both comics? And kind of a dick to Peter also? originally, before he became Spider-Man. I mean, am I remembering something wrong? I heard something that, you know, Norman Osborn, the comics, and then the Ultimate Universe of Norman Osborn, 616 and Ultimate, is kind of a shithead father. And a shithead person. That's selfish and business-minded. And that then turns into the Green Goblin. And True Ultimate Universe made him a mutation of the Green Goblin. And Green Goblin is someone in a costume of the 616 universe. And it looks nothing like his costume from 616 universe. I'm sorry. Like, Spider-Man looks like 616 universe Spider-Man, designed by Todd McFarlane when he was drawing him. Especially with the angry-looking eyes that McGuire is given. He looks based on Todd McFarlane's run on Spider-Man when he was drawing Spider-Man. Was her eyes looking and give him a angrier face around the webbing mask. That's what it was designed by design, but brought to life. I'm just saying, why couldn't this is supposed to be why couldn't we just get the straight up Goblin design from the 616 comics? I mean, granted they were going to I just don't know why. Why couldn't we get the Goblin design from the 616 comics where he wears a Goblin's costume? The Green Goblin costume. Why couldn't we get the Green Goblin 616 design straight off the Green Goblin 616 design? Wouldn't have that been more cool and campier and fit the tone? Or is that this movie's going with? I think so. In fact, why didn't he change anything that was relevant to the character, Raimi? Oh, I know. He's an artist or director that's up his own ass and believes he needs to sniff his own ego that comes off his ass with this train wreck of ideas, like making organic web shooters, not realizing Marvel's going to incorporate that in the mythology of their 616 universe and saying Spider-Man has been a god this whole time. We just didn't know it. And that's why he gets in the mythology world building of 616. He turns out to be a god by the Spider God, and then he's a chosen Spider. It is, oh my, and that's how he gets the organic webs in the 616 one design. And they try to mock it. They did that in the 2000s once after this movie introduced this to a broader audience. Raimi fucked every Spider-Man fan over. But don't worry, one more day fixed that by undoing the marriage between Peter and MJ. That's how we now got the organic web shooters now back in the canon 616 timeline. But for what cost? Of doing decades of continuity, rewriting reality because of a stupid Mephisto deal with the devil, Marvel's devil Mephisto. To save his army, he needs to give up his life with MJ and from past and the future and present. And this will retcon everyone remembering Spider-Man and forgetting who Peter is and retconning his life with MJ and everything is like... it's like the decades of the hard writers and artists that they put in trying to make this character grow in the 616 universe was almost entirely pointless and for nothing. Destroying the creator's works and fans' trust. Investment into the character from 616 universe in one blow like that. Just like the Spider-Man movie destroyed my trust in the character. 100% from here on out. The whole trilogy did that to me. In one blow, each time. Rapid fire shit hits the fan in my head. This is retarded movies. I was a Spider-Man fan, I have to say. I hate this as much as Spider-Man One More Day story and Spider-Man Brand New Day run that rebooted everything after Spider-Man Brand New Day, and never, to this day, Peter cannot get a single cool story run in 616 universe. Since he have given up his MJ, was married, he can't mature as an adult, and he can't keep a stable job at all. And he loses almost every time a fight with a villain. Wow. Why do you like this moron in the first place? Oh yeah, because of Tom Maguire. Or don't remember. Tom Maguire, I was supposed to be talking about. And, I think this movie ruined Spider-Man for me. Like Spider-Man One More Day did ruin Spider-Man for me with the comic run. But I give this a movie a guilty pleasure score, a 10 out of 10. All 3 fuckhead installments of Spider-Man, played by Tom Maguire. That fucking loser sucks. That's my thoughts on his performance. And I have 12 minutes to go in this video. I'm only going to talk about the first one in this video because I'm a bit fried, my brain, from talking about this horseshit movie, 2002 Spider-Man. My brain feels like it's been beaten to death with stupidity. Dick of Spider-Man's dick. But it's really just Sam Raimi's dick of his ego. Dick. His ego dick. I've been beaten with my head. In my head. Been being violated in. It sucks. This is stupid. But it's a perfectly fine, popcorn, shit-headed, guilty pleasure movie. It's a dick flick. Or chick flick. Whatever you look at it. Tells a love story, but also there's this very explosion over the love story with this loud boom, 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 boom. Erosion of explosion action in your face constantly without little pacing and restraining to tell a story. Little restraint to tell pacing for the audience to tell a coherent story that makes sense cinematically. But that's not what the point is. The point is this movie's a dick flick more than a chick flick. Because this explosion of shit. Action. That's why Spider-Man 2002 gets a 10 out of 10 as a shit ton of explosion, action, guilty pleasure, shit flick. I mean, dick flick. Popcorn movie. 10 out of 10. Good night. Goodbye. Happy holidays, everyone. Early holidays. Enjoy this video whenever you see it. If it's the only holiday, it is, whatever it is. Comes out except for Thanksgiving. I forget. Is it Christmas? Comes after Thanksgiving? I forget. Whatever. That's what is up. And it is what this movie is. What is? Why give it a 10 out of 10? This mediocrity crap of a comic book movie is a perfect popcorn movie in general. It's a great dick flick, like Michael Bay. Typical explosion movie, like some of his movies were the ones with more or less story than normal, like The Island with Scarlett Johansson. And Obi-Wan Kenobi, the guy that played Obi-Wan Kenobi, a young Obi-Wan from the prequel trilogy. I forget that name. That played him. McGregor something. That's why I give Spider-Man 10 out of 10. I personally think The Island's a better movie as a dick flick than Spider-Man. Why? Personally, I like it more because I think Scarlett Johansson is more attractive than Kristen Dunst. Eat it! On the audience, eat my opinion, if you disagree with me. Eat it! Bite me. That's why The Island's a better movie than Spider-Man in every way. The only good thing about this movie is Kristen Dunst's body and beauty of her face. Other than that, this is a shitty writing hitting the wall with bad ideas. This feels like a bad comic book story brought to life by Marvel Studios and Sam Raimi's imagination that's delusional and stupid. Since he can't make anything good now these days, since he's ventured out of his comfort zone and stop making horror movies, make more action, funny, random shit, whatever bullshit he thinks of feels like, instead of making this quality shit. What am I saying? Oh yes, he used to make this better shit than this. Compared to the Spider-Man movie. This marked the downfall of his career. Foreshadow the downfall of his career. Like, fuck. Like, Unbreakable did with M. Night Shyamalan, marked the downfall of his career. Because he stole from and race swap a Lex Luthor, played by Samuel L. Jackson, and made Superman a bald, ugly dude, played by Bruce Willis. Where Bruce Willis has a stupid rain power as stupid as kryptonite that comes from Superman's planet, made of Superman's dead planet, was in this reverse. Guess what also is a stupid power? Rain and water that comes everywhere. He's allergic to rain because rain weakens his powers. Water weakens his powers. The strengths, because he becomes a mortal man with water. That's the plot twist from the foreshadowing the events, how M. Night Shyamalan made a plot twist in Signs, how the aliens are allergic to water because it's acid to them. When our planet is covered in water. That's interesting, right? The aliens didn't think of that. Why couldn't the aliens have like a little gadget, since we don't know what they look like, necessary if they exist? Why couldn't aliens have like a map of Earth like they do in Lilo and Stitch movie? Thought of how they knew what Earth looked like and said, "What is that? That's water. Most of the Earth's covering." Ah. Why doesn't the aliens of Sign have something like that? Because this was that movie came out after Lilo and Stitch came out. Why couldn't she borrow some good ideas from good cinema to logically not make aliens allergic to water? Or not have aliens come to that planet if they're allergic to water? Why not conquer a different planet that's not covered mostly in water? Makes you wonder. And that's why I give Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and Signs. I give Unbreakable. What movie I was talking about? I forget. Oh yes, I was talking about Spider-Man 2. 2002 Spider-Man. Use that example to tie into my review I was doing about Sam Raimi's poor directing after this, marking a certain point in his career, the downfall of his career. That I still struggle with to this day, make good quality shit consistently. He has lost my trust in his filmmaking craft based on all the shit he's put out. Like Shyamalan has, you know? His name's not a seal of approval for me. Not anymore. For a while it hasn't been. Yet, since this movie came out. And many movies after that. He made and directed and wrote it or whatever, and it's his name on most of the ones he just directed. His name's just shit. Or this is stupid. Anyway. This movie is a slow burn pace movie of a dick flick. Spider-Man 2002. Like Unbreakable was. By Shyamalan. That's why this bullshit movie, Spider-Man 2002, gets a 10 out of 10. It's a bullshit comic book movie, alright? It's a bullshit movie filled with bullshit ideas. But that's the perfect guilty pleasure dick flick in a nutshell that we need sometimes to kill and dumb us down with our IQ. Destroy it. Sometimes we have to run over IQ with a lawnmower to make it hurt it and intelligent it. And make it strong. What the fuck do these words mean? What is the last name? I lost myself. Sometimes we gotta break a nose to make a new nose and heal it. And make a perfect looking nose, a normal looking one. I guess that's what I'm trying to say about this movie. Sometimes you have to piss on everyone's childhood. Figuratively and literally. What's your opinions? That was a stupid alarm. And sometimes we have to pee on childhood memories to see the truth of the shit we consume and now make money off of Spider-Man's name Because we don't care about the fucking wall crawler any more than Marvel executives does. That's why they don't want Peter and MJ on record, Marvel said, together anymore in the comics. Because we hate Spider-Man. Fuck the wall crawler in his ass. Let's see him get raped in his next movie. That's funny. By Tom Holland and Peter. Let's fucking kill the wall crawler. Fee on everyone's childhood memories. I might be going outside. We need to see if we can kill Aunt May in the comics and vote if they can kill Aunt May and make that canon. Like they killed the butler Alfred and made Spider-Man into a bigger loser than he is. A bigger whiny asshole of a cunt. Like Maguire is as role as Spider-Man. He sounds like a toddler. Oh, that's all I hear. A toddler whining. This is why when he has Spider-Man by Maguire. It sounds like a newborn. It sounds like a baby crying. Want to shoot that infant because it's fully grown. That was Maguire's performance. In a nutshell, that fucker. Fuck Tobey Maguire. Am I right? I say, fuck Maguire. He can suck this finger of mine. Maguire can suck this finger and put up his sign up for his ass. That would be funny. If someone just shove a stick out of like a 2x4 upside right into Maguire's ass, like wouldn't that be funny? If okay, here's what I think they should do in Spider-Man 4. Spider-Man 4 will be a multiple story event with 3 Spider-Mans. Peter Parker. And that would be Andrews wearing his classic shitty Raimi's, that'll be Andrew, or, we don't need Andrews to appear in another Spider-Man movie, maybe. I mean, what's the point? Yeah, all of them is just going to be mediocre shit. Now these days, that's what people want, mediocre shit stories. So, maybe Andrew shouldn't be in another Spider-Man movie. He's too good for it. So let's bring Tom Holland and Maguire into this multiverse event of mine. And we bring the Doctor from the Human Centipede movie 1. That's it. I'm going with this. And Maguire gets sewn on to Tom Holland's ass. And Tom Holland's the head of the centipede this time. And it could be called Spider-Man, the Human Centipede. Or Spider-Man, the Spider-Man Human Centipede. The 5th installment to the Human Centipede movie that's loosely based on the Human Centipede movie and ideas, but we make it a multiverse Marvel story. It will really fuck with the audience potential and mind and childhood memories and pee on everyone. Memories of loving those kid versions of Spider-Man by making them experimental projects for victims of Human Centipede by the Doctor. Then they got the doctor character from the Human Centipede 1. And Maguire becomes the ass of the Human Centipede, while Tollins becomes the front of the Human Centipede, the head. It'll be funny shit. Oh, I know who can be the third Human Centipede. I think it would be funny if we got one of the Avengers to be the front of the Human Centipede while having Maguire in the back, Hollins in the middle, and Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow in the front. It'll be funny shit. And they can bring voodoo magic and make them shit themselves and come vomit themselves to death. That'll be funny. They can bring some sort of magic, because magic's not the thing in the MCU. They can have them have an extra stomach while they're all sewed together from behind. The face is sewed on to the other person's rear end. That's what the Human Centipede is. If you ever watch the movies, that's what we can do. Moving forward with the MCU, a future of Marvel. I think it would make a great comedy. I'd pay to see that horse shit idea. I have so much hate to these versions of the characters. I want them to become victims of human centipedes. Holy shit. I just realized how deranged I sound. And funny. And scary I sound. I'm scared of myself now. I need to take a minute, pause this video. I'll come back. I need to get myself together. That's why I give Spider-Man 2002 a 10 out of 10. Spider-Man 1. Pausing out, that's all I'm going to say in this video, so come back. Hello. I'm much more calm now. Coming to my senses. With a little help of my friend. I showed you. So, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. I ended my video of my review. So, this is epilogue me being more calm after losing my fucking Marvel and mental energy. I feel much more sane now. Stop thinking of revenge over fictional characters that I want to see die because I hate their portrayal, and I blame all of the actors putting themselves in the role for those selfish bastards. And I blame the studio for letting them play more of themselves than the characters, assholes. Marvel, I'm on to you. Got my eye on you, ass. Marvel. Live action should so much suck. Rape my childhood heroes, you bastards. While you're at it, I'm going to smoke my pain away. You assholes. And I try to stay what sane I have left. I have skipped my ketamine appointments for 1 week. Yeah, I'm more wired. I just realized something. I might have opened up to you guys about doing weed and ketamine just now. I think this is enough where I should stop the video and say goodbye to you guys. Goodbye. See you later. Next video. Bye.